I've got a fan over there blowing all my dust out. Got another fan down here. So that's how I safely do it. I'm using the Bosch 1250 DVS on aggressive mode. I got some 80 grit ceramic paper. It's doing the job. Never use more grit than you need, because you got to take the scratch out. Going to use the Festool Rotex 90, the RO90DX. It's got the aggressive mode right there, orbital, and then it's got this diamond pad mode. I haven't used it on that yet, but I'll use this for the fine sanding. It's easy to control on the nose, so I'll use it on that. Go with 60, got the fans blowing that way. Aggressive. Easy to control. Not as powerful, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. So I gotta sand this bottom. These are Grizzly cheapos. I think I got two of them for. Got two of these for 15 bucks. So, you know, I couldn't find them cheaper anywhere else. So, uh-oh. Yep, couldn't find them cheaper. Grizzly. They came with the mini track saw kit, which they don't sell anymore. I tried to order one, kept getting back ordered for like 5 months. And then finally they sent me a final email saying, sorry, this product has been discontinued. So I was really bummed. 110 bucks for a 4.5-inch saw, track saw. I mean, you couldn't beat it. So I was going to use it for cutting doorway headers. They came with a 24-inch track. But anyways, they sent me the extra blades and stuff that I bought, and then discontinued the saw. So I ended up spending $24.99 for 5 blades. Concrete blade, 2 4.5-inch saw blades, and another blade for something like a cutoff saw. Anyways, I just let it go. I was upset, but yeah, I could have probably got my 25 bucks back if I complained. But anyways, I'd opened it up in anticipation for the saw to show up, and it never did. So, you know, it happens. It happens. So I'm pretty sure I could buy a different, I think there's another one online for the same saw, just a different brand, some Japanese, Chinese model or something, but they want 170 bucks. So anyways, not that big of a deal. I have the Festool TS55. Just have to cut the track down to make it fit in between a doorway. So, and the 4.5-inch blade to get closer to the door jambs. So anyways, I'm going to sand the bottom of this and then flip her back over. So we'll do one more wire brushing of the nosing. All right, it's good. So it's a really light color on white oak, and white oak's typically not very light, but I'm going to try and help this along, and I'm going to be using some wood coat, lighten up, wood bleach, part A and part B, and I got it mixed right here. Be very careful with this stuff. It's not like your typical household bleach. Will burn you. Have good ventilation. Definitely good ventilation. And eye protection. So hand, eye. This isn't what I recommend. I recommend goggles. I'm going to be careful here. So a rag. Typically use a brush to do it. So eyes, hands, and ventilation. So I don't know what I don't know if they make a mask that you can wear with certain filters for the bleach. They probably do, and I don't know the number, and I probably should know that. We just have good ventilation, but I recommend all of the precautions before using the two-part bleach. Another thing is, if you put it in a container, do not seal it. It creates heat and pressure, and it will explode. I have had a bottle explode through the whole shop here, and I was just walked inside to get something to drink, and I heard a big bang, and I came out here and I had wood bleach on everything. So I had stuff for a couple years with bleach spots on it. Luckily there was nothing of great importance. Well, everything in here is important to me. Everything. Even the dust. But, yeah, I had it on samples. I had it on everything. So it took a while for me to kind of work through things, and things come and go here. And so there are still a couple samples I think I have that have some bleach spots on it. And I had some cardboard boxes that got bleached. But if I had been in this shop, I don't know what had happened. I know I would have had it all over my skin, and again, I don't want to know what that's like or what's going to happen. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and bleach this, and they recommend wiping it down easy. I do know that when you bleach a floor, be careful. Be careful when you're touching other trim work. It will cause MDF to puff up. It's really weird, but it will cause it to puff up and blow out and look like it's been through water damage for 10 years. It's crazy. So be careful to brush it in to your moldings. Brush it in very gently, carefully. So that's that. So we're just going to toss this over here outside. Going to be really careful with what's left over there. I might use it. So that's that. Okay, there's the first coat of Bona Natural Seal. So not quite white, not a Nordic white, but as you can tell, we're still off. But I wanted that yellow green hue underneath it. I don't know if you can see it, but I wanted that green underneath this white. I wanted this green. It looks just white on the camera, but it's not. It's kind of a greeny white. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's European white oak with just typical white sealer right now, probably Nordic white. It could be Loba has a white, so that's what I'm thinking it is. It's just sealed white, then a couple coats of matte on top. So to get that color, I'm going to start with my base color here. I needed it to be a green yellow, so that should get me to where I need to be on my next coat. It's almost dry, wire brushed. So believe it or not, every step that you can match to the pre-finished wood will help with being able to match it. Every little step. So this has got a slight wire brush to it. I don't know if you can see it there. There you go. So if I can get the wire brush into this, you can see it there. See that? I got the wire brushing going. So that'll help too with blending once I get the color close. So the wire brushing and the sheen. We'll do a matte sheen. I believe this is extra matte. Can't see nothing on it, but it's matte. I used Bona's extra matte on it, and it was still a little shinier than what was on here. So I'm thinking this is Loba. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and still a little cool to the touch, just a little cool. So we're going to coat it here in just a second. So there we go. One coat natural and then one coat Nordic seal. And we still got a ways to go. You'll be surprised what one more coat's going to do. And that's the last coat I'm going to do. That's it. I'm going to leave it like that. It's actually pretty close. Just a different grain and stuff, darker. So yeah. So it's looking pretty good. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm liking it. So that's it. Just took a little bit of work, but we got it. Anyways, just got to know, I guess it's just from getting in there and saying yes. I do that a lot. People ask, can I do that? And I just say yes, and I figure it out. That's how it's always been. So, just you got to get in there and play around with things and learn how certain things react. I just knew that if I bleached that white oak, if I bleached it one time, it would turn kind of a green yellow. And that was kind of the base color underneath this white here. So typically when you do bleach a white oak floor, you got to bleach it twice. This is typically a color you don't go for, but it's a color that's out there and the customer picked it. Actually looks pretty cool. So anyways, so I knew that that was the color and that's what I needed to get to. So I will say this, after you bleach the wood, you got to do something to treat the color. So we did do a natural seal, and then we did white on top. So that should lock everything in. You cannot bleach wood and then put finish on top of it. The wood will fade fast. It's not color fast. So you need to get something in there that'll hold the color. So do not bleach and then finish your wood. You need to do something to lock some color into the wood. So anyways, that's what we did to get to that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Click all notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.